Oxlade-Chamberlain into Kelechi Iheanacho. Lovely through ball to Kalu. He's in on goal. That's a great tackle by Robertson. 10 minutes gone in the first half, and Iheanacho has another opportunity from about 2 yards out, and that goes over as well. Kalinic fires that ball forward, and Zagadou just needs to either bring that ball down or find a black and white shirt. He finds Zakaria. Neres down that right-hand side, tries to get the ball in early. Maddison back to Zakaria, into Barella, back to David Neres, goes for an audacious effort, hits the top of the crossbar and bounces over. Maddison's going to dink this ball into the back post. He finds Zagadou. It's a good save by Kalinic, and about the third or fourth time of asking, he gathers that ball. Maddison free kick just before half-hour mark, goes for goal, hits the side netting. It's been a very wayward game, this one. Only one shot on target, and that's gone to Leicester. Leicester come forward, Kalu goes for goal, and that's the second shot on target. Leo Santos down that line to Kalu. He cuts inside, lots of pace and power from the winger into Kelechi, and it's a good save by Rakiewicz, and we get the ball clear. Marin gets that ball out for a throw-in. Kalu again down this right-hand side, giving Robertson a tough day today, and indeed he fires over. It's all Leicester in this latter half of this first half. Zagadou with the ball coming out of the defence, and playing as that ball-playing defender. Maddison, a little bit of time and space against his former club, finds Mbolo. Marin, can he find the ball down the line? He does. Robertson's there, gets the ball into the back post. David Neres, and David Neres scores. 25 minutes to go, and David Neres is our saviour yet again, his 7th goal of the season, and puts us 1-0 up. Mbolo, lovely ball through to Marin. Marin finds a great ball to Robertson, takes his time, deep cross into that far post. And David Neres puts his foot through it, and that's 1-0 Newcastle. And there we have it, full time whistle's gone. Leicester 0, Newcastle 1. Vital 3 points for us in the Premier League. We now go back to St James's Park and play Bournemouth. Zagadou, 6 minutes gone, finds Robertson. Robertson down that line into Marin. Marin now taking control and finds Barella in the middle of the midfield. Dodo on that right-hand side, powering down that right-hand side into Barella. Dodo whips that ball in. Piatek, good hold-up play, and he's fouled by the defender, and it looks like it's going to be a penalty to Newcastle. And it is a penalty. Martin Atkinson comes back and says it is. Piatek's going to take it. He got fouled for it, so Piatek can put us 1-0 up here, and Begovic saves. Robertson throws the ball into Marin, and lovely switch again to Dodo, driving inside from right back, and Begovic saves again and pushes it around for a corner. 10 minutes gone, it's all Newcastle in this one, and it's going to be Maddison to whip this ball in. Can he find a black and white shirt? Piatek's there and heads just wide. Dodo throws the ball in, trying to find Neres, but Matic clears that ball, but Zakaria picks the ball up, and starting from the midfield, Zagadou now back to Ayer, back to Zagadou. Patient play here from the two centre-halves for Newcastle. And we're being pushed back, though. The front two are playing really well and pressing us back. Barella now on to Dodo on that right-hand side. Always seems to be open. The Brazilian David Neres driving inside, goes for goal. And what a goal that is from David Neres, assisted by his Brazilian teammate on at the right back position. And it's his 8th goal of the season. It is a driving run from David Neres. Dodo, quick pass to David Neres, and he just takes over, drives inside, no one getting a tackle on him. As soon as he reaches that penalty area, one touch and he hits a penalty, but he just slots that ball into the far corner. 1-0 Newcastle. Torres with the corner, going to get that ball in, and Freddie Woodman coming in for an injured Rakiewicz today, comes out and claims really well, and now Zagadou getting the ball down that left-hand side. Has to go back to Robertson, though. Again, the press from Bournemouth, really, really good from front to back. And now we get the ball back to Zagadou. He finds the ball into Maddison. He's got Barella on the kind of little overlap there, and Barella takes control into Maddison again, but they get back at him pretty sharpish. And now Marin, a little bit of time and space to run into, but Lerma does well. But we get the ball back to Marin. Barella into Maddison, into David Neres again, and Begovic this time saves just before half-time, into injury time on that in this first half. And Marin down this left-hand side into Barella, controlling the game really, really well. Bournemouth haven't had a single shot on goal at the minute. Barella through to Marin. He's driving forward, driving into the penalty box, and goes for goal himself, and Begovic is equal to that one as well. 30 seconds gone in this second half, and we're building something from the middle. Now Robertson, lovely ball over the top. Can Piatek get there? He can. He missed the penalty in the first half, but that was probably a more difficult opportunity, and he puts it away. 5th goal of the season for Christoph Piatek. Lovely assist from Andrew Robertson. Building something in the middle of the park here. Zakaria gets that ball out to Robertson. He's got a brilliant delivery on him, and he just gets the ball out of his feet, whips it deep, and that's a great header coming away from the goal and heads it back, and it's 2-0 to Newcastle. Mata on for Madison, Neres out to Mata, and Piatek hits the post, and they get the ball clear. And there we have it, full time whistles gone. Newcastle 2, Bournemouth 0. Good 6 points from today's highlights, and coming through those 2 games, 2 tricky games, unscathed, especially with some of our first teamers not in the starting lineup. A very, very good couple of wins. Let's see how the league looks after all of those games have been played. So yeah, 2 great wins for us. One against Leicester, who are in the top 6, and Bournemouth, always a tricky opponent. David Neres on absolute fire at the minute, scoring loads of goals. 1 against Bournemouth, 1 against Leicester, 3 against Leeds, and he also scored against Stoke as well. So yeah, he's on a bit of a run, and he will start today's game against Valencia. This is how the league looks, and as you can see, the all-important, the almighty Liverpool have lost. They lost a couple of weeks ago against Chelsea 4-0. They got absolutely demolished when we beat Leicester 1-0. But they had Man United had a really good chance to close that gap. But actually, they lost in the latter stages of that game. David De Gea own goal, getting Liverpool the win. So 7 points the gap between United and Liverpool. 9 points the gap between us and Liverpool, and 10 points the gap between City and Liverpool. Today, though, they play Arsenal away, so they go to the Emirates, and that's a tough game for a Liverpool side. And we play City in the second game of today's episode. That is going to be huge because they're only a point behind us, and we're only 4 points ahead of Arsenal. So if we lose and Arsenal win, they really close that gap into the top 4 as well. This is how the state of play of the Champions League group, if you've forgotten. So Valencia and Juve on 8 points. Juve play Celtic at Celtic Park. That could be huge. So if Celtic beat them, they go above us, and we could be out of all competitions, all European competitions this season if we lose to Valencia. So yeah, big things to happen here. It's basically a winner-take-all game for us and Valencia, and I think Juve, if they lose to Celtic, they'll stay second because of their goal difference. If they draw to Celtic, they'll go through anyway. So let's get into this first game against Valencia. This is the team that's going to go up against them. We've got Rakitic back in goal after his little injury midweek, and Freddie Woodman did a good job, clean sheet against Bournemouth, so that's always good. Dodo on the right, Aya, Zagadou and Robertson are the back line. Zakaria and Barella are the midfield duo. David Neres on an absolute hot streak at the minute. 8 goals this season for us on that right-hand side. Marin on that left-hand side, and Juan Mata in behind Fetiarp, who's back in the starting lineup after a little bit of a niggle about a week ago in game. Madison's out injured. He got injured against Bournemouth, so he's going to be out for 3 weeks. So he won't be back until probably the new year now, to be brutally honest. But that is the lineup we're going with. That's who we're going with against Valencia. Let's submit that team and hopefully go through to the knockout stages of the Champions League. Dodo, 10 minutes into Mata, finds Barella. Can he get the ball in? Fetiarp's there. Fetiarp scores. He's been out of the side for a couple of weeks due to this little niggling injury, but he's back in and he's scoring goals. 12th goal of the season for him. And I don't know whether the final touch was off a defender or off Fetiarp. Barella chips that ball in. It is Fetiarp, and the defender just stumbles. Keeper, absolutely no chance. 1-0 Newcastle. Marin with the corner. Fetiarp's there, and that's a great save by Neto, clawing the ball out and not conceding a second goal. That is going to see us through to half-time, and we're 1-0 leaders. 10 minutes on the clock when Fetiarp scored the first goal, and let's see how Celtic are beating Juve. That is huge. That means we go through top of the group, which is absolutely crazy. And yeah, we're well on top with this game against Valencia. We are going to say to the guys, you play well so far, but there's room for improvement. There's a lot more to come from you. Go out there and do the business in this second half. Get us through to the next round of the Champions League. Dodo throws the ball into Juan Mata, and Dodo again into Barella. Barella goes over down the line to Dodo. Lovely ball from Barella. Dodo in. Fetty-Arp's there. Fetty-Arp scores. He's not going to miss from 6 yards out. That close to the goal. Lovely swivel. Got his back to, it looked like he got his back to the goal and swiveled and scored the goal there. That is a fantastic ball down the line from Barella. Dodo gets in, yeah, his back was to goal. He swiveled to the left-hand side, and it's a lovely goal from Fetty-Arp. 2-0 Newcastle. Dodo throwing the ball in and finding David Neres, but it's cleared by Spinazzola up to Michy Batshuayi, out to Solo, and he goes long, but Ricardo Rodriguez is going to knock that down to Zakaria. Marin now cuts inside on from that left-hand side. Jonjo picks out David Neres. He's got Dodo on the overlap, but cuts inside again. Juan Mata back to Zakaria, into Marin, back to Zakaria. Good patient play here from this Newcastle side. Marin again on that left-hand side. Goes over to Dodo, always free on that right-hand side. Fetty-Arp's there and can't get his hat-trick. Neto with a great save. First one came off the bar, fell back to Arp, but couldn't get the ball in. He's on fire today, Fetty-Arp. And that is it. Full-time whistle goes. Newcastle 2, Valencia 0. We've done what we needed to do. We are through. But who else is coming through with us? Oh, wow. Celtic have done the unthinkable. Cristiano Ronaldo's Juve have been beaten by Celtic. Budaboos and Santi Mina with the goals. So we go through with Valencia as group winners, which is absolutely brilliant. I say 9 points for us, 8 points for Valencia. Even though they lost, they got through, I'm guessing due to the head-to-head with Juve. And that is amazing news that we're through to the next round of the Champions League and actually qualified first in our group. So the draw for the first knockout round is actually on the 13th of December. So we're going to play City, and then we're going to bring you that draw as well. But next up, City away at the Etihad. Very, very tough game. Third versus fourth. Here we go then. Second game of the episode. City, Newcastle at the Etihad. This is the lineup we're going with. You probably recognise the formation from my Manchester United save, and also I've brought it into the 1860 Munich save. Really good away tactic. We've got Rakitic in goal. Dodo, Aya, Zagadou and Robertson are the backlines. Zakaria and Barella in the middle. Neres, Mata, Marin, Arp up top. Pretty much exactly the same side that faced Valencia midweek. Let's go and see what we can do against City at the Etihad. Robertson throws the ball into Juan Mata, into Marin, through ball to Fetty-Arp. David Neres, he's in on goal, he shoots, he scores. David Neres cannot stop scoring at the minute. 9th goal of the season for him. Fetty-Arp comes back in for his first league game for a few weeks and sets up him to score. Lovely quick passing through to Fetty-Arp and a lovely through ball to David Neres. Kevin Tierney, absolutely nowhere. 1-0 to Newcastle. It's a highlight straight after we've scored. Ndombele into Kevin De Bruyne, out to Leroy Sané, and now he's driving inside from that left-hand side. He gets the ball through to Gabriel Jesus, and they equalise straight away. And Rakitic had a good save first off, but couldn't keep the second one out. And Leroy Sané just showing his pace and power on this left-hand side. Drives in. No one getting a tackle on him. Zagadou comes out to face him, but he gets the ball through to Gabriel Jesus, and he puts the ball away. City 1, Newcastle 1. Highlight after they've scored. Wow, this first 10 minutes at the Etihad is absolutely insane. Can we go back 2-1 up? Dodo down that right hand side into David Neres, and he comes into Juan Mata, and he's going to find Aya into Zakaria. Good quick football here from Newcastle. Zagadou going from right to left. Zagadou through to Zakaria, back to Zagadou. They're pressing really well here. City going out to Robertson now at left back, into Juan Mata. Marin again, through ball to Fetty-Arp. Barella's making a lovely run into the box, and he shoots, he scores. What an opening to this game. It's a huge game at the Etihad, and we go 2-1 up within 10 minutes. Nico Barella's 5th goal of the season, and it's Fetty-Arp again setting up the goal. Marin, lovely through ball to Fetty-Arp, and just see the long bursting run from Barella. Runs off the back of KDB, and he slots that ball past Ederson. 2-1 Newcastle. Ederson gonna get the ball started with Laporte. Goes to KDB, into Kieran Tierney. I think I called him Kevin Tierney earlier on. Kovacic running into the final third, into Leroy Bailey, out to Kyle Walker. Whips the ball in. Leroy Sané's there, heads just wide. What a 15 minutes of football this has been. Bruyne corner into Skriniar's there, and it's 2 apiece. City come back yet again into this game, and Milan Skriniar with his second goal of the season. KDB with a corner, whips that ball in, and I'm not going to say it's a free header because there is someone there, but the running jump scores past Rakitic, 2-2. Start the second half, Lima's had to come on for Dodo. Dodo picked up a little bit of a knock in the first half. Lima can play right back, so it's not too bad. Bailey through to Javier Jesus. He's in on goal straight away on the 45th minute, and it's 3-2 to City. They've pulled this game back, and they lead for the first time today, and it's straight from kickoff. I said I wasn't happy with the performance in the first half, and not going to make me any happier. Bailey through ball to Gabriel Jesus. He's in on goal. Aya switched off a little bit there. Lack of concentration. 3-2 City. Rodriguez gets the game underway with a free kick. Marin now. 10 minutes into the second half. Marin driving all the way forward into David Neres. Lima out of the right back. Goes into Fetiap. He scores. He's got 2 assists and now he's got a goal to his name. What a game of football this is. 10 minutes into the second half and it's 3 apiece. Marin driving inside from that left-hand side. Finds Neres, who quickly gets the ball out to Lima. He then gets that ball in and Fetiap's there just to poke it home. City 3, Newcastle 3. De Bruyne again, corner, going to get the ball in. Sané's at the near post, but good header away from Nicola Barella. Ndombele with a touch, but a great tackle by Marin. Kyle Walker being pressed by Fetiap Bailey, but that's a poor pass. But Barella's going to get that ball clear, and now Neres on that right-hand side, driving in at City's defence. Lovely ball to Fetiap, fires just over. De Bruyne again, corner. Can he find someone in the near post? Laporte's there. Laporte, I know it's John Stones who turns the ball in with 10 minutes to play. It's City 4, Newcastle 3. This has been a fantastic game of football for the neutral. For me, it's been horrendous for the defence. Laporte gets a header on target, falls to John Stones, and it's 4-3 to City. Zakari with the ball into Marin, back to Zakari again. Can we make it 4 apiece? Barella now, can he get the through ball to David Neres? He can, he's charging in. He's got someone in the middle, he goes for goal instead. He had Brilin Bolo and Fetiap there, but they get the ball away and they're on the counter-attack. Leroy Sané is free at the back post. He does find him, but heads just wide. Bolo's brought Jesus down. It's going to be a penalty. They can go 5-3 up here. In the final minutes, Gabriel Jesus is going to be the one to take it and really put the game to bed. Gabriel Jesus, but Rakitic saves to keep it at 4-3, but the whistle's going to blow any time now. And there it is. City 4, Newcastle 3. What a game of football. But defensively for both sides, absolutely shocking. John Stones winner in with 9 minutes to play. Settled the tie, but that means we drop down to 4th. And if Liverpool lose to Arsenal, they really come back into this top 4 fight. I'll let you know how it goes before we get to the Champions League draw. As you can see, all the games have been played and Liverpool drew with Arsenal last time out at the Emirates. So Arsenal keep 3 points behind us. City were second, but United beat Brighton 1-0. So they go 5 points behind Liverpool. City 3 points behind them, so they're 8 points behind Liverpool, and we're a massive 10 points off the league leaders. Arsenal, though, drawing against Liverpool was really good for us, actually keeps us in 4th, and we actually play Arsenal next, so we're going to bring you that game straight away tomorrow. We do Arsenal and Southampton in tomorrow's game. Christmas time feel in 2021 here, but let's get into this Champions League first knockout round. We are seeded for the draw, which is good, so let's just go through it. Madrid. We play Atletico Madrid. Huge game for us as all things considered, because there are some really weaker teams and we get Atleti. So Valencia play City, Shakhtar play Monaco, Milan play Liverpool with the repeat of Istanbul, Bayern play Paris Saint-Germain. 2 mighty teams going up there. Roma get Madrid. Dortmund get Barcelona. That's a massive game as well. And then Marseille got to find Porto. So we could have had Marseille, Roma, Shakhtar, but no, we get Atleti. So huge ties in both the Champions League and also the FA Cup. We've been drawn Liverpool in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. So could be the end of those two competitions this season at those stages, just because Liverpool are on an absolute tear and Atleti are a huge team. So the Carabao Cup might be another way for some more silverware this year. But that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss any more content. Remember, tick the little bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. And we'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock with Arsenal 4th versus 5th in the league, and then we go to St Mary's and play Southampton as well. I'll see you soon.